So, uh, good evening, everyone present here. So, in this week's Arthonomics post, we have prepared a post regarding the gig economy, and we know that how COVID-19 has played a very bad role in shaping the future of gig economy in India. So, beginning with it, we will first of all look at the definition of what gig economy actually is. So, as the common definition holds that it is a marketplace characterized by prevalence of short-term contracts or freelance workers as opposed to permanent jobs. So these people have a part-time job and they work usually on contractual basis. And the total market size of gig economy in 2018 was $2,204 billion, and India ranked at fifth position in flexi staffing after US, China, Brazil, and Japan. And if we talk about the total number of globally registered platforms offering gig work, it's approximately 50 million across the world. And as per the ASSOCHAM, the gig economy sector is achieving 17% of growth to reach around $455 billion by 2023. So the new employment generation, it comes to around 56% of the new employment was specifically generated in gig economy. So it was before COVID-19 impact, everything was going very hunky-dory and it was going very good in favor of gig economy. People were getting jobs and the salaries were also quite nice. If we talk about the distribution of the number of blue collars workers related to gig economy, the highest number of gig economy workers are in Delhi, recording about 225,000, and after that Bengaluru, then thereafter Mumbai, followed by Pune and Chennai. So these five metro cities were having a large chunk of gig economy workers. So it is quite obvious that why these metro cities employed large number of gig economy workers, because there was a huge demand for their contractual and their freelancing work. So if we see about that, who is hiring gig economy workers, we can see that around 45% of the jobs were professional services, and large corporates hire 27% of the workers, and thereafter startups, and then the other sectors, development sector and other sectors. So the gig economy work was not only limited to blue collar, but it also comprised of the white collar jobs. In blue collar, as we are aware of that the workers including the service providers on platforms like Urban Company and radio taxi drivers like Ola, Uber, food delivery giants, Zomato, Swiggy, and also the e-commerce platform. All these people on a large scale employed the gig workers, and this was pushing up the economy. And if we compare it with the white collar jobs, so in white collar space, roles such as website designing, graphic designing, gaming, app designing, coding, AI, strategy, technology. So these were getting a lot of traction. And some of the enablers of white collar recruitment include TapChief, Gig India, Naukri.com, etc. So these composed of the before COVID-19 impact of gig economy, that everything was going good and fine. Now let's have a look at the post COVID-19 impact, that how this sector has been impacted badly. So am I audible and going good? Everything, my voice is audible. If you have any questions, we can take it at the end of the post. Okay, cool. Thank you. So now, if we talk about that, how after COVID-19 impact, how uh, this sector has changed. So now it is evident that because of this COVID-19, the health has been impacted very adversely, and there are large and global repercussions and crises which are compiling, and this has happened very on an unprecedented scale. No one is aware of that how to tackle this situation, because nobody has ever handled such a debacle worldwide. So if we talk about the COVID-19 epidemic, workers, households, businesses, everyone is badly impacted. And therefore, these people were the one who were employing these gig economy workers, and so these are also badly impacted. Independent workers, contract firm workers, and maybe to add something like the wedding shoot uh, people or the pre-wedding arrangers. So all this was kind of on a gig contractual worker. So in this way, this was a temporary hiccup which is being made due to this COVID-19 impact. So currently, the economy is bracing itself for the unforeseen changes as lives are unlikely to turn on normalcy in any time sooner. Even if we anticipate that the lockdown might end after 3rd May in some parts of the country, but those metro cities which were highlighted on the first slide are unlikely to work normally in the near time. So even after India being the fifth largest country for flexi staffing, India still is having an absence of the clear regulation on a large part of the flexi staffing activities and is shaping the unorganized sector, which is leading to an adverse impact on the welfare of the workers during the crisis. So now coming to the critical impact on the gig economy, which has been made, the damage which has been made by the COVID-19. So these are the some facts that we have compiled. So it is like that companies are unlikely to suffer from the it is sorry the company is likely to suffer from the weak consumer demand, supply chain disruptions are there, and shortage of manpower is also there, which is obviously leading to a poor growth rate in their uh, year on year figures. Gig workers earnings have been very low, and this has led to lack of healthcare facilities to them. Layoffs have hit new highs, and every sector, be it retailing, airlines, hotels, restaurants, gyms. So it is anticipated that until the demands pick up, gig economy workers will be exposed to such weak situations, and there will not be any good respite for them to live their bread butter. Industries that play major role in the economy, like ride hailing and online food delivery, have already shown a dip of around 40 to 50% in their income, and the delivery partners on an average by 20%. Migrant workers have fled back to their small towns and villages, and while a few of them which are continuously working and have not left for their villages are at a high risk of their health and to the society at large. So there is a negative correlation between income and chronic conditions, and those with a lower income are more likely to have multiple chronic conditions. So in this particular situation, the dilemma which we are right now, so how we look at it in the future, that how what are the remedies to heal this gig economy. So first of all, we have seen that there are being collaborations being done between the government and the businesses, which has resulted in the government recognizing the potential of the gig workers in this crisis by two fiscal strategies. One of them is actively involving technology capability platforms, and another one is passively facilitating the operations through legal protection. Another one is uh, gig like the e-commerce platform and the food delivery platforms are themselves partnering with each other in multiple cities so that the delivery chain is being made. So there is no problem in reaching the last mile customer. Thereafter, there are new businesses which are strengthening the safety measures and adapting to the new work environment, providing health access to all, expanding the paid leave, and taking steps to ensure that the livelihood of the players in the gig economy. Another remedy which is being proposed is the inclusion of gig economy workers in the purview of labor laws, and the government support is much required in this pressing time. We have seen that government should prudently pass laws which should ensure that gig workers get employee benefits like that pension, gratuity, disability cover, maternity benefits, etc. And there are many companies such as Ola, Uber, which have dedicated COVID-19 funds, and these funds would cater to the essential needs of these employees who are associated with these firms in these extraordinary times. So it's like those employees who have steered these ups and downs with these companies. So definitely companies also going to look after those employees, and this COVID-19 fund will help them to give some benefit to these employees. Lastly, the government could come up with some relief package specifically dedicated to MSME sector in general and gig economy workers in particular. So, guys, this was our little effort in this process of preparing a post gig economy. Uh, if you have any questions, doubts, you are free to ask. If anybody is having any question, please unmute yourself or type in the chat box. My teammates Akash, Akanksha, and Anand are there for replies.
Hi Vikrant, am I audible?
Yes, yes. Just a second.